Hello and welcome to the StudyTravel news video. I'm Nicola Hancock.
And I'm Jenny Fennelly, bringing you the latest news stories.
The headlines this week: GSM London placed into administration.
US government highlights welcome to Chinese students.
New Zealand confirms vocational sector reforms.
And much more, of course, but starting with a folding UK-based college then.
Yes, that's right. GSM London, a large private higher education provider with campuses in Greenwich and Greenford, has been placed into administration and will stop teaching at both of its campuses this September after struggling to recruit and retain enough students.
The college, which has almost 3,600 students studying various business-related degrees, intends to continue with all teaching and examinations planned for the current academic year and is working with joint administrators and partners to adhere to its academic timetable.
GSM said that all roles within the company are at risk of redundancy, with 274 jobs expected to be affected. UK Visas and Immigration revoked GSM's Tier 4 licence needed to recruit non-EU students in 2016 after it exceeded its visa refusal threshold.
Over to the States now, where US Assistant Secretary of State for Educational and Cultural Affairs, Marie Royce, has sought to reiterate that Chinese students are welcome in the country, but urged US institutions to do more to ensure international students, especially those from China, fully integrate and experience our communities.
The speech in front of 500 US higher education delegates at the Education USA Forum in Washington comes at a time when agents in China and educators in the USA are expressing concerns that deteriorating trade and diplomatic relations between the two countries are starting to impact on enrolments.
NAFSA's Rebecca Morgan told StudyTravel magazine that Chinese higher education students alone contributed more than $13 billion to the US economy in 2017 to 18. And in a recent StudyTravel news special looking at the impact of US-China relations, Chinese Agency Association BOSSA said that enrolments for the US were expected to decrease again this year, with the UK and Australia cited as the main beneficiaries.
Across to New Zealand now, where Minister of Education Chris Hipkins has announced reforms to the country's vocational education sector, including the amalgamation of all 16 Institutes of Technology and Polytechnics, or ITPs, into one national network.
The latest announcement follows initial proposals for sector consultation announced in February this year and aim to address widespread skill shortages across New Zealand, as well as support the regions and make sure that trade and vocational education are recognised and valued.
The new National Institute will commence from April 2020 with campuses across the country and a head office in Auckland or Wellington.
And now for a roundup of some of the other stories this week. Secondary provider ACS International has unveiled its new brand identity in time for the start of the school year. The schools group, which educates over 3,700 students from more than 100 countries, has 4 schools in Greater London and 1 in Doha, Qatar.
UK-based ELT provider Mountains Language School has announced it will rebrand as Hello Exmouth from September. The school, which is in fact in my university town, Go Roll, was established more than 30 years ago in Devon in the UK southwest and specialises in junior provision.
Paragon Testing Enterprises has signed an agreement with the National Education Examinations Authority of the Chinese Ministry of Education to deliver the Canadian Academic English Language Test, Computer Edition, in China.
UK ELT provider Torquay International School, or TIS, has affiliated to the International House World Organisation Network. Established in 1972, TIS is one of the longest established schools in the UK and the only equals accredited centre in the southwest.
Dublin City University, or DCU, has become an official IELTS testing centre in Dublin, Ireland. The university, which started testing in June, said that demand for IELTS test places remain high, and its addition to its suite of programmes complements DCU's other offerings and activities.
Italian language school Centro Italiano Firenze has launched a new website, new programmes and new activities to teach students about the country's rich culture.
And finally, Study Perth has kicked off a series of events bringing together international education and business communities from across the region to share ideas and compare perspectives. The International Education Event Series is one of 16 initiatives outlined in its 2019 to 25 action plan.
You can find more on all of those news stories online, of course, as well as photos of MEI's fam trip and Languages Canada's Iranian trade mission in Istanbul. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.
Goodbye.